Okay, how is everybody doing today? It is November 10th, and so I have my Woman Marine backdrop on my screen today because certainly today is November 10th, the Marine Corps birthday, and I am happily celebrating today. And I hope everybody else has a great Marine Corps birthday, even if you weren't in the Marines, you can still um, really appreciate the Marine Corps that we do today. So 250 years of Marine Corps history, November 10th. And certainly we need to talk about that as well. So the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, that's our symbol. And our motto is Semper Fidelis, which is always faithful. And Marines continue to exemplify loyalty and devotion to our nation and its people. So started in the Revolutionary War to today's missions across the globe. So during last week's veto session, the Illinois House of Representatives passed House Resolution 521, which designates November 10th, 2025 as Marine Corps Day. It's our birthday, it's today, and the entire month of November 2025 as Marine Corps Month in Illinois, commemorating this extraordinary anniversary and the proud legacy of the Marine Corps. Now, to be quite honest and inclusive, the Army earlier this year celebrated 250 years, as well as the Navy a little bit ago celebrated 250 years. So all three of those branches are kind of the founding branches of our nation. So certainly we want to recognize those, but most importantly, today on Marine Corps Birthday Day, we're going to recognize the Marine Corps as well. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. Of course, Tuesday, November 11th is Veterans Day. It's, of course, to recognize and appreciate the service and sacrifice of veterans who kept our country strong and safe, honor veterans for their service and devotion, and give thanks for all that they've done for our freedom and safety around the globe that we have defended and engaged in. So thank you. Now, Veterans Day is to celebrate Veterans Day. Just as a little bit of a reminder, Memorial Day is the time to reflect on those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Now, it's not saying you can't reflect on them as well today. We need to honor those sacrifices every single day. If you ask me, our Gold Star families have given so much. But on Veterans Day, we need to honor our veterans. And when I say that, it's not just thank you for your service. That's great, but engage in service to veterans. Do something for veterans. Help out the local American Legions, VFWs. Become a member of the auxiliary. Men, believe it or not, can become a member of the auxiliary too. We have several men in the American Legion Auxiliary nationwide who are supporting the efforts of the veterans as well. You just need to have some lineage in the military to be part of the auxiliary, and certainly you can always sign up. You don't have to serve to serve our veterans, and certainly that is the most profound way to say thank you for your service, is to continue to serve the veterans, and to do all that you can for them. So, some local Veterans Day events tomorrow. Aurora has the Veterans Day procession beginning in the corner of Water Street and Downer at 12:15 a.m. and ending with a ceremony and rifle salute at 11 a.m. in front of the GAR Museum. So, and then I do know that the Aurora American Legion does cemetery visits. If you want that information as well, certainly send me an email or put it in the chat, and we will get you those information as well for Veterans Day on my or that was for Memorial Day. So Montgomery VFW Post 7452 Veterans Day ceremony 11 a.m. at the Veterans Memorial Monument in Montgomery Park. See, got my Memorial Day and Veterans Day. We do rifle salutes on Memorial Day. Veterans Day, we participate in the parade. So it for Aurora. My apologies. And then in Naperville, the Veterans Day observance will be held at 11 a.m. Tuesday, November 11th on Rotary Hill. The Oswego, the American Legion Veterans Day ceremony at 11 a.m. Tuesday, again at the Oswego Veterans Memorial Plaza, 1 Main Street. So those are the four areas that I represent. Again, Veterans Day procession, 10:15 a.m., ending with the ceremony rifle salute at 11 a.m. Montgomery VFW post, 11 a.m. at the Veterans Memorial Monument at Montgomery Park, and then a Veterans Day observance at 11 a.m. in Naperville at Rotary Hill, and then in Oswego, 11 a.m. at the Oswego Veterans Plaza. Now, everybody wants to question why it is 11 a.m., and that is the time of armistice in which the war ended, and 11/11 is when the war ended. So uh, that is why we are celebrating it on the 11th at 11 a.m. Now, back in the day, we used to do it at 11 minutes after 11th hour, but technically it's 11. So it originated as Armistice Day in 1919, and of course marking the first anniversary of the end of World War One. And then it was renamed Veterans Day in 1954 to honor all veterans, not just those who served in the World Wars. So, just a little fun fact, it has a global observance, so other countries, including Britain, Canada, Australia, and France, also celebrate their veterans on the same day. So, it was a little bit of a change from 71 to 77. Veterans Day was celebrated on the fourth Monday in October before permanently being moved back to November 11th. And of course, Arlington National Cemetery holds a memorial service every Veterans Day, honoring all those who have served. So if you have not seen service on Arlington, it is just, it is very moving. So certainly there's some Veterans Day fun facts and information that you might not have realized or known about. So certainly it's important that we appreciate all those who have served in our country. And if you want to know, in 1926, Congress passed November 11th to become the national holiday. So, and certainly we need to be knowledge of that and make sure that we support all veterans, regardless if they served here in the U.S. or as I just said, in other countries around the world. So certainly that's something that we can all appreciate tomorrow. And then on Veterans Day, well, tomorrow, but our very good veteran that was part of our community, Herschel Luckenbill. We named Route 34 Herschel Luckenbill Way, and several individuals had mentioned that the sign had gotten hit by a truck and bent. Well, apropos for Veterans Day, you can drive by now and see a brand new sign for Herschel Luckenbill on Route 34. So we got that fixed, and certainly we will continue to honor all his accomplishments and his service to the veterans. He is not with us, but we certainly have to remember him every single day. World Kindness Day is Thursday, November 13th. So, World Kindness Day, remember to exhibit compassion and goodwill towards others. So, certainly you can get more information on worldkindness.org. And then Friday, November 14th, World Diabetes Day. So, it's an opportunity to raise awareness about the impact of diabetes on people's health and to highlight the opportunities to strengthen the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of diabetes. So, certainly that is something to note. Now, in the past, I've talked about how the state and the federal government interact. So, the federal government shut down and many assistance programs. So, SNAP benefits were given partial benefits to individuals for November in the state of Illinois. Um, there was a federal judge that ordered the benefits to be given out. The state of Illinois gave out partial benefits to individuals. Now, you might have heard that the Senate did pass legislation, I believe, in the evening. And so certainly we are looking to see that legislation. Now, the legislation was put on a House bill, so it does have to go back to the House for final consideration before it goes to the president. So it is expected to pass the House, and so we are looking to that. Now, it looks like the shutdown will be averted. It will not be, it's not a budget. It's again a continuing resolution. The state of Illinois has to work with the federal government, but the federal government is continuing to punt the ball down and not do a full budget that we can rely on. So this actually is just a continuing resolution, I believe, until January. However, what we were looking at in the shutdown, SNAP funding for 42 million Americans. How does that affect Illinois? 1.9 million Illinois residents are affected by SNAP benefits. So certainly, if you look on your card, it should have gotten replenished less than what you normally get. However, it is funding for food. The shutdown did not impact the CCAP program, the WIC program, Medicaid Early Intervention, and TANF. Those are certainly were still intact. So we will keep you updated through emails. Sign up for our emails at ildistrict84.com. We will keep you updated with regards to the situation as it unfolds on the federal government and as the continuing resolution makes its way through the House, and if it does go to the president's office. Now, another issue that has been affected by the federal government shutdown is the Affordable Care Act. So there's a lot of individuals on the Affordable Care Act. Nearly 466,000 Illinoisans purchased health coverage through Get Covered Illinois during open enrollment last year. That was a 17% increase from the previous year. Now, you can get on the marketplace. Open enrollment began on November 1st and runs through January 15th. So you can enroll, renew, or change your health insurance plans. So, Illinoisans that go online will get a new marketplace, getcoveredillinois.gov, now that Illinois has officially transitioned to a state-based marketplace. Also have access to increased support that is more tailored for their needs. So certainly that is something that Illinois can do within our boundaries. However, there are some changes marketplace enrollees across the country could face and are probably facing substantial premium increases. One individual called me and said that the premium went up from $200 a month to $600 a month. Illinois enrollees will most likely see a 78% increase in their monthly premiums for 2026. Why is that? Mostly it's because the Affordable Care Act had subsidies for individuals. So we are looking at, as we transitioned into a state-based marketplace, we are trying to stem the cost of rising costs. However, a lot of these costs are a result of the federal government and what is passed from the federal government with regards to the Affordable Care Act and with regards to health care for individuals. So unfortunately, the laws that have been passed recently under this new administration is completely canceled out any subsidies and assistance to average everyday individuals for their health insurance premiums. So since that's been cut out, you're going to see an increase in premiums, and that's certainly an issue. Back in 2021, the federal government has offered tax credits to make health insurance more affordable. And the tax credits were expiring this year, and Congress had to act on them or they would expire. Um, Unfortunately, they did act. They did not renew the tax credits as they stood. They reduced the tax credit, and fewer people are going to be able to qualify for that tax credit. So if you need help, certainly call my office. We can get you in touch with somebody from the State Board of Insurance, or Get Covered Illinois representative. There are different plans. Bronze plans offer lower monthly premiums than silver and gold plans. However, the deductibles and the out-of-pocket costs are typically higher and might not be sustainable if something were to happen with regards to health insurance. So, Get Covered Illinois launched the Here to Help campaign to bring awareness to the new and improved support services available to let you know all that you need to know with regards to the health insurance, the different plans, and also with regards to your needs. So you need to pick the best plan for you. There are new federal rules. Deferred action for childhood arrivals. DACA individual recipients are no longer eligible to enroll in the marketplace coverage. Now, the deferred action for childhood arrivals means that if a child, through no fault of their own, came over and without the proper documentation, we were looking at them as well. We need to provide supports and helps for that information for that individual. Through the federal rules, those recipients are now no longer eligible to enroll in marketplace coverage, and certain lawfully present non-citizens are no longer eligible for premium tax credits either. So they will not be able to have health care coverage at all. That was under the new federal rules. So it's disappointing, but that is the rules that came down from the federal government. So the premiums are going up. There's federal Medicaid cuts. What happened back in the day was Medicaid was expanded to include more individuals in poverty. The state was given a 90% reimbursement rate from the federal government that is looking to be not renewed as well. What the state had was a trigger law in that law way back when it got passed that said that if the federal government does not reimburse at the 90% rate, then the state cannot afford to provide additional coverage for those that are additionally struggling. Unmarried individuals without children was one category where Medicaid was expanded to. And so that was rolled back as well. So again, there are a lot of changes that the federal government passed, a lot of rules. So please reach out to either my office or go to the Get Covered Illinois website or connect with a professional with regards to the open enrollment so that they can provide you with assistance. Unfortunately, individuals who had health care might find themselves without health care, which is overall very disappointing. Healthcare was not included in the continuing resolution that passed the Senate. So we are still, as a state, looking to see if there is adjustments to the Affordable Care Act in the next couple of weeks, as was promised, or not. So certainly that's something that we are keeping on our radar. So Going back to Veterans Day, the Chicago Dental Society, my notes are a little out of order. The Chicago Dental Society Foundation is offering free dental care specifically for veterans from November 10th through the 14th. All veterans are eligible. You must bring a valid ID or proof of military service. Certainly there are limitations to the type of dental that you can get. So contact 630-260-8530 to schedule. It goes from today, November 10th through the 14th. So certainly it's eligible. The VA does not provide dental care unless it is connected to your service-connected disability. So a lot of veterans do not have any kind of dental services. The VA will remove a tooth, will not replace the tooth. So we do have veterans that are challenged when it comes to nutrition because it makes it hard to chew when their teeth is missing. Believe it or not, we have some veterans that are reduced to oatmeal and soft foods. So we look all around, and the Dental Society certainly can help out with that. Toys for Tots. Our office is again collecting toys for Marine Corps Reserve Toy for Tots program. So you can drop off a new unwrapped toy in our office. Certainly, I said this last time, I'm going to say it again. Monday through Thursday, 9 to 4, and Fridays, 9 to noon. Please, no plush or stuffed animals. And certainly, there are more need in the 10 to 14 range and in the small baby range. Toddlers are really adorable, and they get a lot of toys for toddlers in that kindergarten range, but older kids and very young kids need some love on the holiday season as well. Museums in the park. So this is available for all District 84 residents. We have museum passes that can be given out to residents of the 84th district, and the museums in the park district is really a fun thing to do. You need to contact my office about 2 weeks or more ahead of time of your visit so that we can put in the appropriate information for you. But museums, zoos, aquariums across Chicagoland area, certainly check out Brookfield Zoo Holiday Zoo Lights Festival. It opens on Friday, November 21st, runs through January 4th. So I'm giving you a little bit of an advance notice to make sure that if you need to request your tickets today, you can go to our website, ildistrict84.com. Please, again, please, about 2 weeks in advance helps us out a lot. We're going to give a shout out to Illinois Treasurer Michael Frericks. He has done a yeoman's job of returning Purple Heart medals to the families, and he just recently returned a World War II Purple Heart to a family at Oak Lawn at their VFW ahead of Veterans Day. So he held today, Monday, November 10th, in Oak Lawn. Treasurer Frericks is holding a reunification ceremony to return a Purple Heart Medal to the family of the late World War II veteran. And it is part of their Operation Purple Heart. So certainly you should check out his Facebook page to find out who the family is. And I'm not going to ruin his announcement or his thunder. So go to his website or go to his Facebook page and check out the ceremony. It's really is wonderful. And what if you want to say, how does a treasurer get a Purple Heart? What happens is if an individual passes away and they have a safety deposit box in a bank, and the family doesn't know about the safety deposit box, it gets part of the Unclaimed Property Program, also known as iCash. And so go online and search for your loved ones, maybe even a loved one that's passed away, and see if there is unclaimed property or unclaimed funds under their names. And Treasurer Frericks has done a great job at just returning property and cash to individuals throughout Illinois. It is not a scam. You can go on the treasurer's website, the iCash website, and check. And even if you checked once, it doesn't hurt to check multiple times, like once or twice a year, because you never know when a loved one might have not even passed away, but forgotten about a insurance policy or forgotten about um leftover funds on a one of those cash cards that you get, like if you get $100 cash card for opening an account or something to that effect. That can happen as well. So certainly there's all different ways in which individuals could have unclaimed property. So, and the state of Illinois wants to give that back to you. It is not a scam. A lot of people like to think it is, and a lot of people should be very cautious, which is why you go to the official website for Treasurer Frericks and look at getting those funds back. So it is going to be the 17th Purple Heart Medal that Treasurer Frericks has returned to our veterans families, and it actually is a national record. So we are leading the nation in reunification of these solemn Purple Heart medals, which is given, if you don't know, it's given to an individual who was wounded or killed during military combat. So it certainly is is an honor. Not we went over what happened in veto session. Um, uh, what we have a lot today is certainly what we are looking at with regards to some funding opportunities. So last week on November 3rd, we talked about the bills that passed in veto session. This week, we're just doing updates because all the bills were sent to the governor's office for signature. So an update today is the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency. We have two grants that we can give out. There's a grant called the Energy Efficiency Assessment Program. So this is if you live in an older house and you believe that you could be a little bit more energy efficient. They will come in and do what is an assessment of your property. They'll look at your windows, they'll look at your furnace, they'll look at all the things that could be used to update your household to become more energy efficient. And then there's a second program that runs concurrently with it, the Energy Efficiency Trust Fund program. And this is funding that could implement the projects previously identified in the energy efficiency assessment. So there are income guidelines. So certainly this is targeted to individuals that fall within certain income levels, and they need to apply. So eligible applicants include, and this does include not only residents, but also includes like public housing authorities, units of local governments, nonprofit organizations that serve residents receive. So there is a lot of opportunity to utilize these grants. So if you are working with nonprofits in our community, you can work with them as well. It's the funding will be on a first come, first served basis for both of the programs. They will remain open until March 31st, or if they give out all the grant money ahead of time. So that is till March 31st for the assessment program, June 30th, 2026 for the energy efficiency trust fund, which would do the improvements, or if all the funds are given out. So you can go to epa.illinois.gov, look under the topics, and then energy and energy efficiency assessment program, energy efficiency trust fund program. We will be sending out those links in our email as well. Sign up for our email at ildistrict84.com. Spell out district, IL district spelled out 84.com. Certainly that is available, and we will have that information on our email lists as well. Now, another announcement that came out from the state of Illinois is the Illinois Department of Public Health issued a general reminder to the public about the potential dangers of consuming raw milk. Now, we had at least 11 people that were recently sickened from drinking raw milk. So, raw milk is milk that has not been pasteurized, treated with heat to kill viruses, germs, and other pathogens. 11 people in Illinois have become ill after consuming raw milk. Now, anybody can get ill from foodborne pathogens, but the very young, older individuals, and those with underlying health conditions are at most of the risk. Certainly, I know that there is individuals out there that consume raw milk, but certainly we need to be concerned with that and really careful. And again, raw milk has viruses, has germs, and other substances that we don't know how it's going to affect. So, most milk products sold in the state are pasteurized. So, certainly that just means that we are making sure that these foodborne illnesses it's heated to kill the viruses, the germs, and other substances. Um, Pasteurization is one of the greatest public health successes in the last century. So it keeps milk and dairy products safe for everyone to enjoy. So this is coming from the Illinois Department of Public Health, Director Vorha. So raw milk skips the important step and, of course, can carry dangerous germs that may cause serious illness, especially in young children, older adults, and individuals with chronic medical conditions. So, please be cautious and think carefully before choosing to drink raw milk. What is been identified in this outbreak of 11 cases is Campylobacter bacteria. It's an infection that appears to be linked to the consumption of raw milk. What does it do? It can cause bloody stools, diarrhea, fever, stomach cramps. More severe cases, the infection can lead to affecting your bowels, arthritis, and Guillain-Barré syndrome. So certainly there are some serious issues with this bacteria. Please see your medical provider if you are experiencing any of these. Um, so Certainly, just to give you following rules that use pasteurized milk and dairy products, refrigerate them at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or colder, because that minimizes any bacteria growth. Never leave perishable food out for more than 2 hours or 1 hour if exposed to temperatures that are above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, that's not now because it was snowing, but throw away expired or spoiled food. Certainly. And more information, you can go to Raw Milk in Your Health and the IDPH website. So then November is National Carbon Monoxide Awareness Month. Illinois Fire Departments responded to 9,860 related carbon monoxide calls in 2024. So as you adjust your clocks, check your fire alarms and your carbon monoxide, your smoke alarms and your carbon monoxide awareness. So carbon monoxide is a silent and invisible dangerous poisoning. So it claims hundreds of lives and sickens thousands of people across the United States. Carbon Monoxide Awareness Association, they look at the data. And so according to them, emergency rooms across the US see more than 100,000 visits each year due to carbon monoxide exposure. Over 14,000 people are hospitalized annually, and about 1,200 people die each year from carbon monoxide poisoning, and this is completely preventable. It is completely preventable. So, how do you prevent it? You check your carbon monoxide um, check your system. That's all you need to do. So this is what you need to do. So you check your carbon monoxide along with your smoke alarm, and every 6 months. I can't stress it enough. And it is silent and deadly, and it can strike without warning, especially in the colder months when you're turning on your furnaces. Some individuals, turn their car on in the attached garage, which you should not do. You should have working CO alarms, and all fuel burning appliances are properly maintained. So those are things that you need to do. So what is carbon monoxide? It's a toxic gas produced by fuel burning devices such as furnaces, generators, fireplaces, grills, and vehicles. Unlike fire, carbon monoxide has no color, no odor, no taste, virtually undetectable without a working carbon monoxide alarm. Certainly it can lead to both short-term and long-term health effects, and in high concentrations can be fatal within minutes. Prolonged exposure can lower levels, can cause serious and lasting health problems. Uh, and so certainly you need to make sure that you have your alarms. What are the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning? Headache, nausea, vomiting. Some people might think they just got food poisoning. It might not be it. Headache, nausea, vibrating, dizziness, confusion, shortness of breath, weakness, fatigue, blurred vision, sleeplessness, loss of muscle control, and then ultimately unconsciousness. So, install CO alarms in your home, in your garage, if you have a workshop or in your basement, especially near fuel burning appliances and sleeping area. Now, here's some things that people might not realize. You can take a portable CO alarm with you when traveling. So if you travel a lot, most hotels are not required to have them. So certainly that if you travel a lot, that's something to keep in mind. Uh, Carbon monoxide alarms beep 4 times in a row. Fire alarms beep 3 times. Test your alarms. You should test them monthly, or as often as needed. File the manufacturer's schedule with regards to that. Inspect your furnaces, chimneys, and fireplaces annually. So, and then we are going to finish up with another notice from the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulations. So we passed several laws, and since November is National Veteran and Military Families Month, we passed a lot of legislation to help our active duty service members, their spouses, and veterans whose active duty service concluded in the past 2 years. So you can obtain professional licensure needed to work in your field as soon as possible in Illinois. So this is what we pass to make sure that individuals that are transitioning can certainly get a good job. And to continue their career profession by continuing their licensing with ideally minimal interruption. So there is a military liaison who works with applicants and their military installations. So what military installations are in Illinois? Well, that would be Scott Air Force Base, Rock Island Arsenal, and Great Lakes Naval Center. Those are the three military installations that we have here in Illinois. We have several other reserve installation centers in Illinois, including those that are active duty in our National Guard components as well. So there is a military liaison that works with individuals that can help them transition their licensure to the state of Illinois. So the military liaison at IDFPR, over the years, it increased from 390 application during the program's first year to 1,179 applications assisted in 2024. So again, we passed the state law. They need to review qualifying licensure applications within 30 days of receiving all the necessary documents and fees. And then you can go to idfpr.illinois.gov/military.html, and you can get information with regards to that. Um, IDFPR also features a military portability process that permits active service members and their spouses to apply for professional licensure with reduced requirements. So, if you have active duty orders to be stationed in Illinois, you've been an active professional from another state, lawfully worked within the last 2 years in that profession, licenses issued through this method will only be valid while the service member is on active duty stationed in Illinois and through the date of expiration on the license received. So, certainly you can look at this military portability as well for that. And my office can help assist with regards to that process as well. So, with that, I hope everybody has a wonderful Marine Corps birthday. All the Marines out there, hope you're having a happy birthday and enjoying responsibly. And then I do hope that everybody comes out on Veterans Day to honor our veterans with service. Honor our veteran service with service to them and help them out in every way, shape you can. And so today I'm wearing my American Legion shirt. Reach out, call the American Legion in your area, call the VFW in your area, and see what they need help with. Show up to meetings, be present, and honor the service of veterans with your service. So thank you. And with that, have a great Monday. We will not be doing a Facebook Live next Monday. Unfortunately, my schedule could not be adjusted like I adjusted today. I had some Monday morning Zooms and things I had to attend to. But next Monday we will be canceling it. But have a great Veterans Day and have a great, again, I'm going to say it more than once, more than twice, but happy birthday, Marines, 250 years.